Hi guys, it's Miss Burb, and maybe you can tell, but I'm a little sick. But Miraculous does not wait for anybody because they released today a new trailer for Sandboy. Now, I've already watched this. I think it looks really good. I'm gonna try to point out some stuff that you might not have recognized, just like last time. And I'll also try to do a little bit of theorizing if I can get there. So, first off, we start with in Adrian's room where it looks like Gabriel Grass is actually implementing his security system. If you recall, this is the same security system that we saw in, what's his name? Simon Says? Unless they upped it a little bit because, if I recall, they might not have had bars last time. So maybe Gabriel got a little scared after last time. So, I guess he feels threatened. Because, well, Adrian looks surprised, and all of his screens are off, so the house is probably going into emergency power mode or something. And the bars are down, and he goes to try to find Plague. So this is the little fake Plague, and Adrian... So we've already seen part of this. Like, there's been a part of the script that's been released for this, and apparently all the Kwamis are congregating together so that they can go and contact Nuru. So the Kwamis supposedly they kind of escape from their owners to go to the meeting, and I guess Plague didn't let Adrian know. So I guess Adrian decided that he needs to become Cat Noir after seeing the bars, but well, Plague made a very lovely puppet of himself that looks extremely convincing. Here we see... Okay, so here we see that all the Kwamis, so Plague and Tiki managed to escape. Master Fu is doing something. Either he's taking a nap, or they knocked him out cold, or maybe he's just taking a nap. Either the Kwamis just took him down. So he seems to be reading one of those books like something for dummies. So doesn't quite show what it is, but so we see that Wise, Plague, and Tiki, they go off together, and Tiki seems to be carrying a marker of some kind, a yellow Crayola marker, and apparently if you go down into the what do you call that? One of those spinning disc instrument things. Somebody's gonna tell me what the name of that thing is in the comments. Apparently if you go down the tube horn pipe thing, you can just access a Kwami portal, apparently, in the Miraculous box. Does this thing have a name, or is it just the box? I don't know. Wise apparently isn't following them. And then we see... So they go through the portal, and they arrive in this other dimension, and it's filled with a bunch of junk. Now this is the first time I'm taking a look at this. So all of this stuff seems fairly recent. Nothing strikes me as odd necessarily. Nothing looks extremely old. That's the thing I'm getting right now. Nothing looks extremely old, out of time. I'd like to point out here that there's a tiny fan, which might be important. I don't know. I feel like the fan... Something about it. I don't know. It has an old feeling to it. There's an old painting. There's one of these old radios. I don't know. It just feels... There's nothing here that's a flat screen TV. I don't know what this is. Oh no, this is an arcade machine. So yeah, this kind of qualifies. But even then, this is kind of oldish. Maybe this is a laptop? Yeah, I mean, there should be phones in here or something, right? Amidst a pile of junk. So anyway, hopefully if I figure out what that's all about. So here we see that all the Kwamis, they kind of come out. Okay, the cow, she's adorable, or he, sorry, I don't know. This is adorable. He looks kind of scary. We can see Pollen over here, and they kind of all come out of their hiding spots, and this seems to be where they all live for some reason. We get to see all these different Kwamis, which is really cool. And I don't know what this one is, but for some reason it has the crayon. There's a bird cage in the background here, which is interesting. Yeah, this dimension seems to just be in the middle of nowhere or everywhere at the same time. All the Kwamis seem to have their position in the circle, it would be worthy to note that there are 2 spots missing. One can assumedly, I don't know. One can be for Nuru, but there is another one that's missing. And I would guess that probably I cannot speak. This probably belongs to the Peacock's Miraculous, Chibi Kwami, I'm guessing. So how many do we have here? We have 1, 2, 17, 18. So there are 18 Kwamis, which might be a number to cross-reference with later. This seems to be kind of, I don't know, these circles here, they kind of remind me of like a full moon, like the moon when it like changes shapes. But if not, they seem to be doing their own satanic ritual. I can't speak today. Satanic ritual. I'm just gonna look back a little. Okay. Alright, so they do the classical blue beam to space, and I don't know, they do some kind of summoning. So maybe they get to speak to Nero. And then we see Hawkmoth freaking out. So we see Hawkmoth freaking out, and then after that, we don't really go... They might not even actually go back to the Kwamis. So it spends a good portion of the trailer on just the Kwamis to then only just go back to Ladybug and Cat Noir. So here we see Hawkmoth freaking out, and it just occurred to me that maybe he might be freaking out because they're trying to contact Nuru. So, and since Nuru is like in Hawkmoth right now, maybe that's, so maybe they're like trying to pull, it's like trying to pull like your heart while your heart's still beating, you know, like they're pulling on you inside. So maybe that's why he's freaking out. Either that or he's just angry with Sandboy because he does that a lot. But he seems to be talking to the person. Like, if you look at his gesture here, he, like, opens his mouth. So it looks like he's talking to somebody. So either he's talking to Nuru and the Kwamis, or he's just talking to Sandboy. But usually there would be the butterfly symbol that would appear on his face, which kind of suggests that he is talking to the Kwamis. And here we get, this is the first glimpse of Sandboy. Well, I mean, there's already been pictures, but they show Sandboy in this. Sandboy looks amazing. He's like floating on a pillow, and he doesn't look like Sandman from like Rise of the Guardians, but he looks pretty good. So, so the one thing that struck me was that Cat Noir and Ladybug are still active, even though their Kwamis aren't there. So, the Kwamis meeting might only occur for like the very, very beginning of the episode and then trail off or something, but they do come back in the end. So maybe it's this case like Frightening Gale where we spend most of the episode on the show before we actually get to the villain, and the villain's just kind of like a side thought. Or the Kwamis might just be a small side thought. So we get to see Sandboy. He looks pretty good. He has that whole thing where his eyebrows don't match his hair, but whatever. And he looks quite young too. Like his arms are quite short and everything, so it's probably a young kid that I would venture to say that he's probably a young kid that doesn't want to go to sleep. I call it right now. Just a guess. And for some reason, Ladybug is scared of falling down. So that probably means, I mean, isn't that her, whatchamacallit, her yo-yo? Like right there. Unless it's just an animation error, but if not, she probably doesn't have a yo-yo for some reason. This is also another episode that takes place at night, which doesn't always happen. So that's kind of worthy of noting. So yeah. So I mean, I think that's all I have for now. The whole thing with the crayon is still pretty interesting because that's never actually shown what they do with it. So honestly, it'd be interesting to find out what they actually did to Master Fu to like either make him fall asleep, or they're doing it in secret. Maybe that's his permanent bed and he just lives in his office. But so Wise doesn't go down with them. Okay, so Tiki and Plag are the only ones that are going into the portal right now, but then Wise was shown outside, so how did Wise go in? Question mark? Unless, I don't know, I don't think it's that big of a deal, but it's just like kind of like a question mark. Where did he go? Yeah, and then we come back here. We see the beautiful cow Miraculous. Oh, the chicken is so cute. Now I just noticed the rooster. She's so cute. It's probably... So, yeah, I don't think I have much else to say about this trailer. So, let me know, guys, if there's anything else I missed and that you think I should know about. Because if not, I'm going to leave it right here for today. So, thank you guys for watching. And as always, let me know if you guys have theories, if you guys have timeline ideas. Let me know in the comments or on Discord or on Twitter. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Let me not... let me... Let me know when to go.